Week 15, NFL Best Bets, Fumbling the Bag podcast. Rich and Dre with you yet again.
What's up, y'all? Week 15. We are at week 15, y'all.
I just want it to be over, please.
It's about to be. It's about to be, too.
Yeah.
This is going to be an interesting week. It's a lot of playoff hopes still out there.
Yeah, me and you went over it. There's 3 games that don't matter. Every other game has playoff implications for someone in the matchup. So probably going to be the best viewing experience probably of the year. I'm very, very excited about this slate. I'm not excited about betting it per se, but I got 3 for you. Last week it was, thank you, Jameis. Yeah, and you especially, Jameis, really, really blew that cover. I got a Jameis Winston problem. That's on me. 4-8-1 last week. 2-1 on the locks though, but I lost money, making parlays and being an idiot. That moves me to 25-13 on the year. Mystery man, that was bad for him. 1-5, 27-23 for him. Dre, what'd you do last week?
My money picks, I went 1-2. That takes me to 28, 21-1. Overall, I went 5 and up 9. And let's see. I'm at 117 and 104. So I'm still in the house, but it was bad. It wasn't good.
So I'm waiting for playoff football. All my future money's there, and I tend to do okay in the playoffs. So we'll get through these last 4 weeks, and anything for Thursday night for us? Rams.
The
Niners,
mystery
2.5.
man, I believe. Let's see what he got.
He's Rams 2.5.
Is he Rams?
Yep.
Okay.
For
me, I'm leaning Rams too.
Honestly. I'm looking at the wrong thing. That's great. I'm looking at San Francisco. Not a bet. I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy the game. Rams are hot though, man. That's why I think that number's so low. And they did beat them earlier in the year.
You see how their offense is kind of humming. And, they play San Francisco pretty well, I believe. So, I'm leaning Rams on this one.
Fair enough, yeah. And then Guerrero might be out. We don't know yet.
Yeah,
so they're down to their 4th-string cute running back.
Man,
to the point they signed EK from the Jets. And, it's tough sledding in San Fran. But the players are getting healthier. But lean for me. Let me give you what I am betting this week, though.
Okay.
I don't buy Carolina being a favorite, not for a second. It's been 2 years since they've been favored in a game, 2022. And I get Dallas sucks too, but at least they hung, they have nothing to hang their head about. I mean, besides the special teams disaster last night. Give me Dallas 2.5 on the road at Carolina, first lock of the week.
Okay. I'm leaning. I'm gonna stick with that Carolina. I just do not trust that. You know how I feel about it.
I don't trust Carolina. That's where I'm at. You know how I felt early in the year. They were one of the worst fucking teams, and they're playing better. I know they are, and I was against them last week too.
I was too.
Got burned on it.
Yeah, it really hurt me. But I don't know. Dallas, man, the way they lost the last game, I think that took a lot out of them, and I think they have nothing to play for. So. I think they may have given up. Plus, Carolina has been playing better.
They've been playing better.
They've been playing a lot
better. But they
better.
can lay a stinker anytime.
Well, you know what? I'm just leaning.
Fair.
I'm just doing a lean.
All right. Fair enough.
I'm not putting money on it for nobody.
One of the 3 games that don't matter, I'm betting on it. Here I am. What's your first pick of the week?
My first pick is going to be the Cincinnati-Tennessee game. I'm going Cincinnati. I got it at -4.5. I think Cincinnati is playing pretty good football. They're playing confident football. They're playing for a playoff berth, not championship, playoff berth. They got to get to the playoffs first.
Have to win out.
They got to win out, definitely.
Got to beat the Steelers. Got to beat the Browns. Got to win this week.
Now I know.
Got to beat Denver.
And you were telling me that they've had problems with Tennessee.
Yeah.
Historically,
yeah.
Forget all that. Yeah.
I
got to win them by -4.5.
I'm with your sentiments there. 4.5. Lock it in for me. That is my second one of the week. I think for all the pain Joe Burrow and lost money Joe Burrow has cost me this year, he's gonna turn it around at the end. They're gonna go 9-8, 8-9.
And they're going to make the playoffs.
No, I don't think they make playoffs, but it'll be a sweat. I think they have they have the guy that could get them there. I mean, Joe Burrow's been awesome. Like,
Yeah.
no other guy is. I think he has second most passing yards in the league right now, if not the most.
Yeah. I mean, okay, and I understand that, Cincinnati, horrible season, horrible record.
Horrible defense.
Yeah. Now, do you think still that he could possibly vie for MVP? Maybe be a top 3?
If they win out and he puts up 400 a game, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Be a deep
I think
sleeper.
so too.
But I'm more like, I told you I did bet Jamar Chase to win Offensive Player of the Year yesterday before the game because it was 50 to 1.
Mad at that bet.
It's 50 to 1. I'm like, even on the show last week, you can go back and rewind. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
Please do.
And you can hear me. I literally said, watch out after that game. Jamar Chase's name, his hat will be thrown in that bucket. I don't think it's just one guy. It's going to be a week-by-week thing the rest of the year. And it depends on voters, man. It depends on people. I mean, they know ball, but they don't know ball. Like,
right.
They have biases and all that good stuff. I just saw 50 to 1 was way too much of a number. And this morning it went to 6 to 1. So
Ooh, I might jump on that. Might parlay some stuff.
So I just hope that goes. I only put $10 on it, but hey, $500, that'd be great.
For real.
That would be my Christmas. All right, so I gave you 2 of mine. You have how many more? 2 more?
I got.
Because I got 1
maybe
more.
3 more.
I got 1.
You want to say yours? You can go ahead.
Yeah, it's quick and easy. This team's not a real football team. It's the New York Football Giants. They're not real. They don't have a scheme. They're not good. Drew Lock's played better for them, where they covered last week. I was on that, but Baltimore might win by 30, and this is just the same thing as last week where I'm just like, I'm betting against bad football teams at this time of year. I've decreased my bets, full, disclosure, transparency. I'm not betting huge amounts on these because I know the playoffs are here. I got futures waiting. I'm going to be betting those games. Like, let's just have some fun, on our way out because this is a great slate. It really is. And most of the games I'm betting, all the games I'm betting, really no grand significance.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
okay.
you talk about Baltimore, they want to make a playoff run. They're probably going to have to do it via the wild card, especially if Pittsburgh wins this week.
Yes. And they're at 14.5 spread.
Yeah, and And the Giants haven't won a home game. They have nothing to play for. They're going to probably be drafting a QB, so why not just, tank away?
I'm not mad at that bet either. I'm not.
And
I'm leaning Baltimore as well for that game.
And those big numbers they haven't covered at all this year. Like, you look back at some of these ones I've been taking, they don't cover.
Yeah, I mean, like last week, Philly
did
not cover that, man.
Week before that Chiefs game was 12.5, and I was on Vegas. I didn't bet it, but they just don't seem to cover those.
So, saying all of this still makes you feel comfortable about this Baltimore Ravens pick then, right?
Yeah, Baltimore's going to run all over these guys.
Okay, all right. Hey, I'm not mad, though. I'm definitely leaning Baltimore for sure.
Yeah, I think you and everyone else,
All right, let me give you my second pick. I got Pittsburgh versus Philly. I'm taking Pitt.
5.5.
5.5.
I love it. That's my lean there. I'm just all the makings of a barn burner.
Yeah, they're the underdog. I kind of sort of like the under in this game, but I'm gonna stay away from it. I'm just gonna,
I don't think either team's gonna be able to throw on each other.
I know, right?
I'm interested to see how that's gonna go because Jalen Hurts had 100 yards against the Panthers. Something might be going on there. There was, someone on the D line was talking some shit too. Was it Graham? Even though he's out for the year.
Yeah, he was making a comment about the relationship that Hurts and AJ have.
Yeah.
And he was saying it's not good.
Oh.
They have prior beef, personal issues, and I don't know why he would say that. He said that to the media, right?
Yeah, why were you saying this shit to the media?
I have no idea why he ran his mouth like that. He's not even on the field. Yeah,
Philly media's gonna eat them up for that too.
Man.
And I think he had to clarify comments this morning as well. Like I don't know exactly what happened, but I know there was some shit talking internally.
This could cause dissension amongst the team. You don't need that, especially when playoffs are coming around.
You're vying for a 1 seed. It was okay when you were 2-2 and Sirianni's flipping off the fans, but you can't do it when you've won every game since that.
And this kind of lets me know that Sirianni might not have control of his team totally. Because come on, man, you got to go through that with your team. Like we can't be making all this stuff, external. If there's some stuff going down, we'll deal with it internally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And look at like the best teams in the league. All those teams don't have beef. They play for each other.
Yes.
The Steelers right now, the Bills, the Chiefs, the Lions, of course.
Yeah.
Those guys play for each other. They don't throw each other under the bus. You cannot have this kind of behavior, especially like even remember like Parsons earlier in the year, like throwing Malik Neighbors threw his whole team under the bus. He's like, you throwing me to the floor. You don't do that. You just look at what Josh Allen did in his press conference. He threw for 3 touchdowns. He ran for 3 touchdowns. He still blamed the L on them, on himself.
Yeah.
That's what a leader does.
That's a leader.
And you don't be like, hey, it was the ref's fault. They missed the false start. Hey, it's my coach's fault. He called a fucking timeout at the 1 yard line with a minute left. We just get back up, run the same play. There might be 40 seconds. We have our time.
Yeah, the coach did mess that up.
That was crazy. But he went up. Just accountability. Like, that's gonna matter in your team chemistry. Really matters at this time of year.
Man.
And the teams who tend to get hot tend to win the whole thing, or the teams who stay hot.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, one thing about it, staying hot and getting hot at the right time. If you're a playoff team, those are very important keys. You know. So let me go over my third one. Excuse me, my third one. And this is guess who?
Yeah.
Yep. They are what? It's really a pick 'em. It's at 1.5.
Yeah, I've seen it's going from 1.5 to 2.5. Just depends.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's gonna fluctuate a lot.
I'm taking Detroit. I think this is part of the revenge tour. They already got Seattle in that revenge tour. Who else did they get? There was another team that they got. Oh yeah. Got
Green Bay. Got Green Bay twice.
Green Bay, yeah. And they didn't lose to not the Bears.
They only lost to Tampa, yeah.
Yeah, Buffalo is coming,
else.
and then San Fran, they're going to get them too.
Mm-hmm.
But Buffalo, this is part of the revenge tour, and I think they'll win by at least 3 points.
Dire part of the season for both teams. There's a reason this is probably America's game of the week. There's a reason the ticket prices are $600 to walk in the door.
Incredible.
A lot on the line for Detroit, a lot on the line for Buffalo. If Detroit wins the next 3 games, they are crowned the 1 seed.
I was hearing too,
and I think they can win all 3 games.
I think they can too. I was hearing that 5 starters are going to be coming back for Detroit.
Yeah, you should get your whole defensive line back. I think the mini bye is going to help. You get that rest advantage as well versus Buffalo, who almost damn near went to overtime.
True.
And, now have to travel West Coast to East, which is going to help them. They're on the East Coast. But that is a sentiment, again, to those teams traveling from the East Coast to the West Coast. Harder to do, I think, than those West Coast teams coming out East.
Oh, no question, man.
So
no question.
you've seen it with Buffalo. And then, there is the special teams playing. Everything I went over already, I don't have to go over that Bills game. We watch it once a year. It was Philly and them last year.
Right.
And it's always when I have a cold. Go figure.
Got another one. Okay, yeah, and I do have another money pick as well. Same teams. I'm taking the over 54.5. I think it goes back and forth, but I think the running game is going to be too much for Buffalo. But I think both teams will score though.
I don't think anyone's going to stop each other. It's going to be 34-28. I'm right around that 54 number, or that's actually like 60, but 62. But that's what I'm.
You say it's going to be high scoring.
Yeah, you got Josh Allen in a dome, Jared Goff in a dome. Fireworks. I'm just thinking fireworks the whole game.
Oh man, I can't wait to watch that game, man.
Yeah,
that's definitely the best game of the week. But it's a whole bunch of good games.
I think Philly and Pittsburgh is awesome too.
That's going to be.
It just depends on where you're from.
Now, my question is Pickens playing?
I would assume. I don't know exactly. It didn't matter last week against the Browns, but
no, it did not matter. It didn't matter at all.
Get Mike Williams some touch, I guess.
Right. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, Pittsburgh is one of those teams that's going to sneak in these playoffs and cause some damage.
They're gonna beat someone. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just depends on who. Whether it's like Baltimore, Houston. They're going to be a matchup issue for anyone they play.
Mm-hmm.
But Yeah, I digress. Yeah, like I said, it's gonna be a light betting week. Want to get to the leans here in a second?
Yeah. Do we want to say the mystery man, all his picks, or
We'll save that for a second. So
okay?
stay with us. We got all the leans in the world for you. All right, leans for the week. But first, Mystery Man's locks. He was terrible last week. Probably the worst week besides his debut where he was 0-4.
Right.
What do you got this week?
Okay. Well, let me see. Let me pull it up. My bad. Okay. He has. We already went through the Rams.
Yep.
At +2.5. He has that. He has the Chiefs at -4. He has the Bengals at -5, which we all three of us have.
Yeah,
that, huh?
yeah, we're all there.
And he has the Broncos at -4.
Ooh.
I'm kind of feeling him on that one though.
It's a good
I
three-point game.
kind of feeling him on that.
3-point game.
I don't want to touch it though, but
3-point game. You know how those. You know how Indy plays. Just sometimes they show up.
yeah,
Sometimes.
they are sometimey team. You're right about that.
They're one of those. And then yeah, locks for the week for us. I'm going to Baltimore 14.5, Dallas 2.5, and what the fuck was the last one I'm betting? Cincinnati 4.5.
Yep, I'm taking that Cincy at 4.5. I'm taking the Pitt as the underdogs at +5.5, and I'm taking Detroit. Pick 'em 1.5 to whatever. I think they win by 3, and I'm taking the over in that game at 54.5.
Huge number. It's like a college number.
It really
which will lead me to just a little segue before we give the leans. We will be covering the college football playoff next week, so expect 2 shows. You're going to get a spread pick show and a college football show.
So looking forward to it.
I don't know shit about college football, but we're picking the games.
Yeah.
Go school. State.
Yeah.
Go state. Anyways, let's just go to the leans here. Get the folks on their way. Like, subscribe again. Thank you if you got this far.
Yes.
Let's just go. Let's get through it. We went through LA, San Francisco. You guys are on LA. I'm on San Fran. We're all on Baltimore against the Giants. Hold on. Let me just give my little fucking left hand up for the Commanders real quick. They're back. I like New Orleans 7.5 this week.
Well, you know what? I see the Commanders at 7. I'm gonna take the Commanders.
I would take. Yeah, fair enough.
I like them.
I don't know. It's hard to play New Orleans.
It is hard to play New Orleans, but I think
New Orleans does stink. Yeah, they do stink, and they almost lost to the fucking Giants. Like it got close at the end there. So yeah, I don't mind people betting the Washington. Not for me this week. I'm out. Kansas City on the road to Cleveland. This number's only 4 because, god damn it, Kansas City's winning margin is insane. It's only 56 points, even though they're 12-1.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's fucking crazy. Give me Kansas City to cover. Cleveland, from what I watched last week, they got nothing.
I'm gonna follow that sentiment. I like Kansas City in this game.
All right. Still on the 1 o'clock slate. Miami traveling to Houston. Houston 3-point favorites here. Give me Houston. Miami ends their season effectively.
This was a tough one for me, but I am leaning Houston. I like that. I definitely like the spread -2.5. I think this would be a 3-point game. I think that the defense is going to come to play.
Yeah.
I'll take the Texans.
Fair. Shout out to all the people who bet Texans 10.5 over wins for the season. Should have bet 10-7 just seemed right. I don't know. First place schedules, that'll do that to you unless you're the Lions. Cincinnati, Tennessee, we're all locking in Cincinnati as our pick of the week, so that never goes well.
Right. All 3 of us. Oh,
all
boy.
3 of
Might
us.
be 0-3, guys.
We'll
Let's
see.
hope not.
And then the New York Jumbo Jets going on the road to Jacksonville. I've seen 3 still. Just give me the Jets. I'll just keep stepping on the rake. Maybe they win a game here against a really bad team.
I'm going Jags. I like that 3.5. I like that half. I think it could be a 3-point game.
It's a tank off.
Yeah, it really truly is.
Yeah, who's getting the better draft pick? Depends on this game.
Is Trevor Lawrence coming back? Do you know that?
No, he's out. He's out the rest of the year.
Season.
He's out for the year, dude. He got hit so
Okay.
hard they put him on IR.
Lord.
He could come back 18, but why play him?
Yeah, I'm still going Jags, man. I don't care.
Mac Jones season.
You're right.
I'm on Dallas as a lock. You're on Carolina as a lean. We're all on Detroit, I think. Well, we don't know what Mystery Man picked, but yeah, we all lean Detroit. even though, fun fact, Buffalo red zone scoring offense, their last 3 games they've scored 90% of the time they've gotten the red zone.
Oh wow.
And I think a reason I like Detroit is that should probably come back to not surface a little bit. Like
Maybe not.
like Detroit, for instance, in that same span, 66% of the time, which is still like
Yeah.
top in the league.
I was gonna
But
say, yeah.
90%, it's kind of like that
That's crazy.
Amon-Ra, like, oh, Amon-Ra hasn't dropped a pass all season. Just those anomaly stats that eventually come back to haunt you. And Detroit plays better red zone defense than most teams too. This isn't the
They do.
Rams.
It's a bend but don't break sort of defense. I mean, they don't give up big plays either though. But that's why I'm thinking that's going to be an over game.
Yeah,
There's gonna be a lot of
I don't
points
think the
scored.
Bills are gonna be able to run on them either. That's just my
Yeah.
full. But if they go in there, prove me wrong.
Well,
They have
Josh is
they
a
have-
running back in his own right. Josh.
Yeah,
the
but
quarterback.
at the same time, this game isn't like just don't get fucking cracked by Kirby Joseph coming at you because he's known to take out a few kneecaps.
Yeah, no doubt.
He's
Branch.
he's labeled as a dirty player for that shit.
Yeah, that's true.
So Lions for us, Indianapolis going on the road to Denver, both playoff-ish teams. I like Indy +4. I think it's a 3-point game against Bo Nix.
Yeah, I'll go Colts. This was a tough one for me too, but Colts can be sneaky at times. They're still playing for a playoff berth, aren't they?
Yes, if they went out, they should be in. And this Denver game would be the reason why also. And they have an easier schedule than most people down the stretch. They play Tennessee and the Jaguars again.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So that should help them out. I think Pittsburgh, we're all on the +5 against Philly. Or we're on. I don't know what Mystery Man's doing. Tampa Bay, this is just great games. We didn't even talk about this one. Tampa Bay going on the road to the Chargers. This is a great game, too, because Tampa Bay really needs this for their division. Chargers probably want to secure their seeding because they need to win one more. They could slip. They're having personnel issues with, Dobbins being out. Like, Gus Bus is slow. Give me Tampa Bay +3.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going Chargers. I'm going to go Chargers this game, man. I have faith in them.
It's a weird number. I just don't like the line, but I'll enjoy watching. Like I said, 425, one of the best slates I've seen all year. Best believe I'm going to bring a TV to wherever I'm at. We're watching 3-4 screens, baby.
Oh, yeah.
This is a shit game. Arizona hosting New England. I seen 4.5 earlier before I got here. I would just take the Arizona 4.5. If it gets to 6, take New England.
Yeah, I'm leaning Arizona as well.
Yeah, just Kyler Murray's got to do something. Save the season, as they say. And then Sunday Night Football, one of the hottest teams right now, quietly, because they started out hot, then they got real shitty. Now they're hot again. Seattle Seahawks hosting Green Bay Packers. Packers 3-point favorite in this game. I like the way Seattle's playing, though. But give me Green Bay to secure a playoff spot with this one, get their 10th win.
I think I'm going Green Bay too, and I saw it at 2.5. I think Seattle this year, I think playing at home is a little overrated for them. I thought they'd be able to play a little bit better at home this season, but for some reason that hasn't worked out. I like the Packers. I think the Packers are a very, very solid team. Seattle is playing good right now, though.
Yeah, I will say Green Bay kind of got by the refs last week, too. There were some real bad calls in there.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think Green Bay, for what it's worth, like that NFC North has probably got 3 of the 4 best teams in the conference. So, and Green Bay's right there with Minnesota. If not, I kind of might rank them higher, even though they got whooped that first time against the Vikings, even though the scoreboard was 31-29. It was like 28-0 real early.
Real early, you're right.
Yeah. And off to Monday night. Minnesota hosting the Bears in that NFC North. It's a 6.5-point line. I don't like 6.5, but man, that's just because Minnesota doesn't ever cover. But man, they beat the shit out of the Falcons, so I'll take Minnesota 6.5 here.
I'm leaning Minnesota. The Bears, I don't know what's going on right now with them. I thought they played San Fran a little bit tougher. I knew that was going to be a tough game for them, but it's a divisional game, so it may be closer than we think, but I'm leaning Vikings.
Yeah. Pride, contracts.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams.
All of those.
And the last shitty game of the week, Atlanta going on the road to Vegas, also on Monday night. I guess just give me the Raiders. I don't know why, other than Kirk Cousins is bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Basically, my picks are all basically who do I think's, the better team?
Yeah, I'm with you
Vegas
on
might
that,
be the better
man.
team right now, which is crazy to say.
They're playing better. I mean, their record doesn't
Yeah.
say that,
Like
but
they were in it against Tampa Bay until that fourth quarter. Until O'Connell went out, it was 14-0 real quick. Got to 14-10. They had they both were kind of turning the ball over, a lot of field position in that third quarter. When he goes out in that fourth quarter, it was on. So yeah, I'll take Vegas. I guess Gardner Minshew.
yeah, let me take Vegas too, man. I like their energy right now.
Yeah,
I don't like Atlanta's
No, I hit bad energy. So
bad mojo.
man, we got 3 weeks remaining in the regular season. We're gonna finish out the regular season. We're gonna do our pick shows. We're gonna do a little extra for you here and there. Dre might be back on basketball at some point.
At some point, just stick with me, guys.
He'll put them out. We're gonna do a college football show. Golf show next month starting. Once Kapalua, I'll start doing a weekly one of those. Try and get my beak back wet in the PGA again.
Okay, all right.
Just to give people a little something. Maybe kind of like your videos, like a little 3 to 5 minute. Hey, here's who I like this week. Here's 5 guys who can come top 10.
I like it. So we got a lot planned for you guys. Stick with us.
Hell yeah.
We're going to be here.
Don't fumble the bag, folks. We'll
Please
see
don't.
you real soon. Bye-bye.